friends, happy Monday. Lighting's going to be a little off, extra bright, because we're getting rain. We're getting thunderstorms. It is another heat advisory day, and she's right there. You can come in. And he's coming in to see Miss Nala. And it says it's 86 out, but feels like 96. And we are under a heat advisory until I think 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Probably be on one tomorrow too. It's supposed to be just as warm, but I thought I'd hop on real quick because we're in between peaches right now. They're in the canner, our third batch, and we have one more batch and hopefully some peach jam, but we'll see about that. I have to wait for the freezer containers to arrive. But yeah, Miss Nyla, see, that's how Jerry says it all the time, Miss Nala and Mr. Simba are doing well. At the end of this chit chat, I will put photos and videos. So much has changed since Friday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's really coming down. So, yeah, so much has changed. But I thought I had so much to talk to you about, but I don't. I'm just tired. Miss Nala just got up and ran, so she'll probably, because she sleeps in here, I bet she goes under the bed. But we had bought those peaches from the peach tree truck. They had a special where you had 15 pounds or 50 pounds of peaches, Georgia peaches, and 2 pecan bags. I don't know how many pounds they were, for like 115. So the pecan bags normally are $15 a piece. So, but so far we are so happy with these peaches. I will not have to do peaches next year. I do not see us going through that much peaches. So yesterday we did 24 pints, and we're hoping to get 24 more pints today. Each batch is 8 pints, and so the first batch is already out, second batch is in, and that usually gives us 30 to 45 minute rest period, so before we have to start everything back up again. So, but other than that, folks, I'm tired. I'm one whip puppy. I did finish one of those socks for the Christmas gift I'm doing for our daughter, and I just started the cuff of the second one. I did finish another round or section of the mosaic blanket, so I got the ice cream cones and the donuts done, and now I'm starting the beach house fronts, as she calls them, with the kites in the sky, and that's technically the last section. Have not decided on that blanket yet. The next mosaic, 2 of you have so kindly picked, and you each pick something opposite, so which there's nothing wrong with that. So I think what I will do is, because it doesn't start until August 8th, if I get no more picks, I will just put in a wheel spin, and I'll go from there. So but thank you for the ones that commented on that. So it was just a busy, quiet weekend. Saturday we started on the peaches no, we didn't do peaches Saturday. I can't remember what we did Saturday. Sunday we started on the peaches, and we started on those about 12:30, and we did 3 batches by 4:30, and that was enough. That was enough. This overweight big girl standing up for an hour at a time, it aggravated my sciatica, and today it's okay today. But yeah, And something in the garden has snipped. I got a trellis with green beans on it. And the one side has like, I don't know, 4 or 5 vines. The other side had about the same amount and maybe 6 vines. And something came right through and just snipped them right in half, but one. And they were looking so good. I mean, they weren't producing yet, but they were both climbing over the up to the center. And I was counting on those and not having to buy green beans, but I might have to buy green beans. So I froze some the very first year that I grew, but Jerry didn't like the taste of them. I liked them. They taste like they were fresh out of the garden. And so we canned them, but the beans that we got had, I don't know, it's the bean in it. Sometimes when you can green beans, they will come out the same color, and other times they come out brown looking, and the seeds are brown. It's because of the seed. And to get away from that, you can buy zinc tablets and put a little zinc in it, and that will make it so that it is green, like what you get out of the store. So, but our, you know, it's like he said, are we going to do green beans or corn? And I said, well, probably corn, because McEwen's is who we want to get it from, and they're a local farmer that is, you know, they only have so much corn and then it's gone. It's not like these other farm stands, you know, so, because some of them grow even more than the others. So we will do corn next, and we will freeze that. I think last year, I didn't look it up, how much we did I think we did a bushel, and we put it in Ziploc freezer bags, like 2 cups, something like that. I think, like I said before, we're down to 5 of that. The green beans, we're down to, we had 15 pints. I think we're down to 9, only because there's something about eating brown beans. You know? So, yeah. But so those are the 2 things that we still have to do, and they will be canned. And I can't think of anything else right now besides maybe applesauce, the unsweetened, because I know we still have some of that applesauce. But yeah. So Saturday was a quiet day. We were both feeling it with the humidity and stuff, and it was hot. It's like Jerry said, today is just like when you go out and it's, you know, oppressive, you know. Just walking to get the mail, he said that just told him he wasn't doing anything outside. But by Thursday, the humidity is supposed to be gone, and we're going to go from the mid-90s to like 78. So, and I can't believe that Friday's going to be August already. It's just unreal. So, picked more of my peas, my shelling peas, and they're getting right down to the end. And I probably got almost a cup of peas, which isn't a lot, but it's enough for a meal. And everything else is looking good. So, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, I gotta go put my feet and my legs up and go rest before the last batch, and then that will be done. So far, yesterday's 24 pints, only 1 pint did not seal. And so I just told him, I said, you know, we can use that for fresh eating, because so far everything else has sealed. So, knock on wood. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, it's a Monday. On the kitty front, Nala has just like flip-flopped. She's still jumpy. She still runs away. If she comes out in the room and you say her name, then she stops and she runs. But last night, and those will be in the pictures, Jerry sent me a picture, and he patted the couch when she was out there, because I was out in the sunroom with Simba, and she jumped right up, and then she sprawled right out, went to sleep. He sent 2 pictures, so you'll see that. And then I sent him back a picture of Simba, and Simba yesterday is getting to the point now where he was sleeping, and you could leave the room and he continued to sleep. So that's another good sign for him. We did give her some wet food in the room here, so she could get some, because Simba will eat all the wet food up. And so she did get some yesterday, and then today, or last night, we put down wet food for, because he is eating more wet food than the dry. So we put some wet food down. She went out there. There'll be a clip of that, her eating. She started with dry food, and then she went to the wet food. So if he hears her out there, he will go out there. Like, he's going to sit there and say, "You get out of my wet food." But really, they're both doing good, and they jump up on the bed on my side, and they take like a 10-minute bath before they go lay down and go to sleep. And in the middle of the night last night, I woke up to Nala jumping up on the bed. Simba was already sleeping. He was just sprawled out. And I lifted my head up, and I thought, "You're awful close to brother." I sat up, and she was right next to him. They were touching, basically, not on top of each other, but they were touching. He's doing better with her. He's not being as aggressive. Jerry said the other day he was laying on the floor, and Nala came out, and she charged him like twice. She ran as hard as she could to him and got right up to his face, and she stopped. And he just looked at her, and she walked away, and she did it again. So, but yeah. And Simba, for whatever reason, the other clip, he loves playing with his mouse in our bed. So about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm woken up to a cat batting a mouse and around by my rump area, because I'm, you know, on my side. And then, yeah, Jerry wakes up, because it's like he says, you wake up, you feel this like pat, 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 pat against you, and he just wants to play. He just wants to play. And this morning when Nala was out, and I was out with Nala with food and stuff, we were in the kitchen. We heard this bang, and of course that made her run. I walked over and I said, "What was that?" He goes, "Well, that was Simba hitting the wall." He threw his mouse up so high that he jumped and hit the wall. He was on the bed. So, but I just thought I would put them afterwards for the ones that want to watch, and for the ones that don't, there's no harm, no foul, as they say. Not everybody is an animal person or a cat person or anything. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go, get some lunch, go put my feet up, and edit this vlog. I got it all set except for this part right here. Thanks again, my friends, for always being here and watching, and thanks for stopping by. And I hope that the rest of your day, whatever day or night you are watching this, you are doing well. And till we can meet up again. See you soon.